Hello students, today I am going to discuss the last topic of this chapter, force and pressure. So to understand the term pressure, let's start with an example. If you are provided with an iron nail, when we pushing a nail into the wooden plank by hammer, okay, then there are two possibilities we can consider. One is we are keeping the head of the iron nail on the wooden plank and we are pushing the iron nail by its head into the wooden plank. So we can observe that it will not get penetrate into the wooden plank. While in case of if you are pushing iron nail by its point edge, then we can see that it can easily penetrate into the wooden plank and gets fixed on that. So what we can conclude is that we applied the same force in both the case. While in first case it was not happen, in the second case it done properly. So the reason is that when we examine the situations, we can clearly understand is that the area of the contact with the wooden plank in both the situations are different. In first case, there was a big area of contact between the head of the nail as well as the wooden plank. While in second case, the area was too small. So what we need to understand is that in first case, the entire force is distributed to the whole area, while in second case, the same force is distributed to or same force is distributed to a small area. For simple example, suppose if you are sitting in a classroom of 50 students and you have been distributed with 100 chocolates. So you can observe that the number of chocolates will get per head will be 2. Each student will get 2 chocolates. The same number of chocolate is distributed to a class which consists of 10 students. You can see that each student will get 10 chocolates. Clear? So when the number of students increases, the chocolate per head will be decreased. Similar way, in case of force, when the area increases, the force applied on unit area will be decreased. When the area of contact decreases, the force applied per unit area, that means per one area, we can consider unit area means a single area or one area. Whether it can be meter square or centimeter square, it depends on the unit of the length and breadth we are taking. So, when the area increases, the force applied on the unit area will be decreased. When the area decreases, that means when the area becomes small, the force applied, the entire force will be distributed, entire force will be applied on that particular area. Okay, so there is a connection between the force and the area relative. We can call that force applied on unit area as pressure. Clear? Force applied on unit area is called pressure. That means pressure is equal to force by area. So in first case, the area was too large because of the pressure was reduced. Due to the less pressure, iron nail won't able to get into the wooden plank. While in the second case, area was too small, because of that pressure will be increased, and due to the high pressure, it is get penetrated into the wooden plank and it is get fixed on that. So that is very important. Remember, as the area becomes smaller, pressure will be increased. When the area becomes larger, pressure will be reduced. Okay, and its SI unit is Pascal. Usually we measure the pressure in the unit Pascal. There are different units are available for the pressure. Just mention that is system international unit of the pressure is Pascal. The same thing you can observe in case of a knife. If you are trying to cut vegetables with a blunt knife, that means the edge is not sharp, then you can observe that it is very difficult to cut it. But if you are using a sharp knife, you can observe that you can easily cut the vegetables. This is due to the sharp edge, the entire force will be applied on a small area. So the pressure will be increase, so you can easily cut the vegetables and fruits as well. There are many examples given in your textbook which connect the pressure. You can read the textbook so that you will get a clear idea about how the pressure can be applied. So one thing is that in our daily life there are some situations which we need more pressure. In that case we need to reduce the area of the contact. Whenever we need to decrease the pressure, okay, in that case we need to increase the area. For example, whenever you carry your school bag, you can observe that the strap of the school bag is a little broader than thinner one. The reason is that if the strap of the bag is thinner, then the pressure applied on your body will be increased and you will get pain. To avoid that, the width of the strap increase. By that, the area of the contact will be increased so that the pressure will be reduced. Obviously, you will not feel such much pain. There are many situations in our daily life in which we need to reduce the pressure as well as we need to increase the pressure. So the thing is that it's depend on the area, even if you are applying the same force. Apart from the solids, liquid as well as gases also exert pressure. Let's discuss how the liquid and gases exert pressure. Take a glass tube and take a rubber sheet and tie it on the bottom part. And take some water and pour into the glass rod. You can observe that as you are pouring the water, the bottom part, that is the rubber sheet, get bulged out. Why this rubber sheet get bulged out? It is because the pressure exerted by the water on the rubber sheet. So we can conclude that the liquids exert a pressure on the bottom of the container. Now we are adding more water into the glass tube to increase the level of the water, so that you can see that the size of the bulging will be increased. This indicates that the pressure exerted on the bottom of the container increases or depends on the level of the or height of the liquid or water in that column or in the tube. Or generally we can consider the height of the liquids. So that is a very important thing. Now we said that liquid exert pressure on the bottom of the container. Now what happened in case of walls of the container? To understand this, let's take a bottle and make a hole. And take another small pipe and inject into it and just seal it, okay, with any gum or by melting it. Then take a balloon, cover the open end of the pipe with the mouth of balloon, okay. Then pour the water to the bottle. You can observe that as the level of the water increases, the balloon get bulged out. Why this balloon get bulged out? Because the pressure exerting on the walls of the container. Now, what will be the range? Because in case of bottom we said that when the level of the water increases, pressure will be increased. Now in case of pressure exerted on the wall, what will be the strength of the pressure applied exerted on the walls of the container at a different level? To understand the strength of the pressure at the same depth, we can take another bottle and make 5 or 6 holes at the same level, at the same height, and pour the water. You can observe that the water will get pumped out, and the distance traveled by the water, it will be equal in all the region. So which means that the pressure exerted by the water or the liquid on the walls of the container will be equal at an equal depth. If the pressure exerted at equal depth are equal, so obviously the pressure will be different at a different height. That means to understand this, you can take another bottle and make 3 holes at 3 different height and fill the water. So you can observe that the water will come through the bottom hole will be travel more distance compared to the water distance traveled by the water coming through the upper holes. So the meaning is, what is the meaning of this? The pressure of the bottom, the pressure exerted on the walls of the container increases from the top to bottom. That is the very important thing, we need to remember it. This is the reason why the dams are made in the shape of a triangle, in which the bottom part of the wall of the dam will be much more thicker than the top part of the wall. The reason is that the pressure exerted by the water in the dam will be much more at the bottom part than at the top part. So the wall of the bottom part should be much more thicker to support that much pressure. Now we are going to discuss the pressure exerted by the gas. Here we are taking the special case, that is atmospheric pressure. What is an atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is the pressure exerted by the atmospheric air is called atmospheric pressure. So how this air exerts pressure? So that there should be a force. From where the force came? To exert pressure, force is neutral. The force is due to the gravity. So atmospheric pressure is the force of gravity on air in a column of unit area. If you are considering an air column, okay, imagine, okay, we are considering a column of unit area, okay. Unit area means we are considering, it can be, we can consider as 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter or 1 meter into 1 meter. That is anything we can consider as a unit area. The unit means it is, unit area means it is the magnitude is 1. That is the only thing we are going to consider it is. So, if you are considering unit area of air column from this ground to the up to the top part of the atmosphere, so a large amount of air present in that column, you are imagining, and there is an attractive force, there is a gravitational force exerted on all this air, and this gravitational force exerted on the air will exert a pressure force on our body also. Clear? And that is called pressure. Have you seen the rubber circle which are stick on the glass portion of the wall in textile shop? Okay, how it is stick on the glass? How this happen? It is purely because of the atmospheric pressure. So how this happen? Because when you press the rubber circle on the surface, most of the air between the cups and the surface will escape out. So that a less amount of air will be there. And that circle stick on the surface due to the atmospheric pressure exerted on the circle. Because inside there is nothing, because it is complete, almost air is removed. And to pull off the circle, we need to apply the force which should be greater than the magnitude of the atmospheric pressure. That's why it is very difficult to pull off the circle from glass or like that polished surface. Clear? So this is how a circle works. To understand the strength of the atmospheric pressure, we never feel that atmospheric pressure, because in case of circle I have told that it is very difficult to pull out it. It is due to the presence of atmospheric pressure, but we are never feeling any atmospheric pressure on our body. Let's discuss the strength of the atmospheric pressure. If you are considering your area of your head as 15 centimeter into 15 centimeter, approximately, not exactly, approximately 15 centimeter into 15 centimeter, then the area, the force exerted by the air in that column of the 15 centimeter into 15 centimeter will be equal to weight exerted on an object of mass 225 kilogram, or we can simply say that 2250 Newton. So the pressure exerted by, that means the force, pressure is the force by area. So the atmospheric pressure exerted by the atmosphere in an area of 15 centimeter into 15 centimeter will be equal to the force of 2250 Newton, where Newton is the unit of force. Clear? That is very important to remember it. In the beginning I did discuss about the unit of force. So you just remember Newton is the unit of force. Newton is the name of famous scientist. He given the mathematical formulation of the force. So because of the reason, the unit of the force we are using as Newton. Clear? So that much force is exerted by the atmosphere. Then what is the reason why we are not pressured under this force or this pressure? The reason is that what is the amount of the atmospheric pressure, or what is the strength of the atmospheric pressure outside our body? The same strength of the atmospheric pressure also present inside our body. So the net atmospheric pressure will be 0. Clear? It will be cancelled each other. We already discussed that net force is equal to 0 in case of equivalent force, opposite forces are exerted. Similar way, in our body, inside our body, there is atmospheric pressure because air is present. Outside also, air is present. Same amount of atmospheric pressure exerting from inside as well as outside. So the net atmospheric pressure will be 0. Due to this reason, we are not feeling the strength of the atmospheric pressure. While in case of sucker, when you press the sucker on the surface, most of the air is get removed or escape out. Only because of that, it is stick on the surface, because after pressing on the surface, the air present inside the sucker is less. That means the pressure exerted from inside is less than the pressure exerted from the outside, so that it is stick on the surface. So far we completed the force, effective force, types of force, and the pressure, atmospheric pressure. So with this video I am going to conclude this chapter, force and pressure. In the next video I will discuss another chapter. Thank you.